How do we forgive? Good morning. My name is Father Frank Buckley. Delighted to be your host for our morning meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. Today is Wednesday. Welcome. Today is going to be a great day. If you're new to the program, this is a three-part series. We begin each morning with a little inspiration. This morning we'll be looking at forgiveness through the lens of Mother Teresa. The second part is our contemplative and action practice, where we turn the gaze inwards and give the first part of the morning to God, and then just allow the rest of the day to unfold as she will. And the third and final part of the series is something near and dear to Ignatius's own heart, the Jesuit Examen, where we just look over the last 24 hours and notice where we might have missed God or where God has come alive for us recently in our everyday, ordinary experience. So, without further ado, let's move on to a little inspiration from one of my favorites, Mother Teresa. I'll be drawing from Mary Poplin's book, Finding Calcutta. And the great thing about this book is it gives us a way to embark on the journey of finding our own Calcutta, wherever that may be in the middle of a pandemic in our everyday, ordinary lives. So let's get started with the title of the chapter. It matters not, he is forgiven. One day, while sitting with Mother Teresa on a bench outside her office, she told a priest and me that some Hindu students had just brought her some money. She mentioned a fund for special relief work. The sisters affectionately called it Mother's Little Bank. They saved the money from fasting on first Fridays of every month and other change like this donation from the students for poor people's emergencies. That is how they started the work to get prostitutes out of jail and help prepare them to enter the labor market. I had read that the sisters actually did not fast because they lived each day like the poor. So I asked her about it. She explained that in the beginning they did not, but now did, and that they saved the money for special needs. At that time, I had just finished reading Christopher Hitchens' very critical book. I knew Mother Teresa knew of it because in the book it states that she was asked to comment on its predecessor, a BBC film. In addition to accusing her of taking money from questionable characters, the book portrays Mother as a woman stingily controlling large sums of money. So I said to her, Mother, there are people who write books about you who say that you do not need any more money. She looked at me quizzically at first and then, in recognition, said, Oh, the book. Yes, well, I haven't read it all, but I know it. Some of the sisters have read it. Ask them. It matters not. He is forgiven. I pushed her one step further and told her that when the author learned that she had said this, it sent him into a rage. He said he did not ask for or need her forgiveness. She replied as though that I had not understood. Oh, it is not I that forgives. It is God. God forgives. God has forgiven. Mother Teresa asked me to bring her a copy of that book. I never did. It is not I that forgives, it is God. So, what a beautiful way to enter into our contemplative practice with just a little conscious contact of a God that forgives, slow to anger, rich in mercy, full of kindness. So get comfortable. I invite you to remove your shoes, to take in a little energy of the earth, and I'm going to lower the lights. One of the ways we have to continually remind ourselves that we flourish is to unplug. So simply turn off all the gadgets. I will set our timer for 20 minutes so you don't have to worry about that. I'll ring the bell to get us started, and then I'll ring the bell at the end of 20 minutes, and we'll do just a little guided meditation. Let's begin. Listen, listen. The sound of this beautiful bell returns us to our true home. As always, let's begin with diaphragmatic breathing, breathing deeply as possible into the lower belly so that in this topsy-turvy world, we get a little grounded. Together as a community, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Two more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, deeply as possible. Inhale and exhale. Good. Continue to breathe on your own. Take your hands to your heart. We'll cultivate a little attitude of gratitude this morning. Let's focus on something for which we're grateful and just name it in one word. Gently take that word and put it towards the back of your heart. And as a community, let's breathe into the gratitude. Inhale. Exhale. Release the hands and just notice what you feel. And finally, we'll focus on an intention for this morning's practice. St. Ignatius asks us to ask God for what we deeply desire, being courageous enough to ask Him for something great and beautiful this morning. And let's seal that intention with an inhale and an exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. God cannot be outdone in generosity. Let's take the attention to the breath. Listen to the sounds outside. Drop down and enjoy the miracle of mindfulness. Please continue. Very, very gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead, open the eyes. Let's circle the wrist a little bit. Bring the attention back into the body. Reverse the direction. Good. Healthy spine, healthy body. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back up. Look up. Little gentle back bend. Forward bend. Big morning stretch. Release the hands. Shake out anything you've been holding on to. And let's move into our morning exam. So this is where we build a little community. Feel free, if you're new, say hello, or tell us where God's shown up or where you might have had a challenge, or share your word for gratitude this morning. So for me, where God's come alive recently is last night we went into Silver Lake and they have outdoor dining and had a delicious sushi meal. And one thing I realized from so much takeout food during the pandemic, how great it is to really get hot food. And most of you know I love sushi, so it was a really great way to start coming out of the pandemic. Second, yesterday after our morning meditation, our newest Jesuit deacon, Jeff Dorr, and I had a great conversation. Jeff, I see you in the room this morning. I am so proud of you and the great work you're doing at Berkeley and all of the deacons. And then last but not least, I mean, how much do we love Mother Teresa? Forgiveness, we all know, is not easy, and yet it has such a transformative quality. Um, but it's difficult. And one thing I find very helpful with forgiveness are exemplars. And this morning with Mother Teresa, we could not get a more beautiful exemplar. All right, we're at Hump Day. Have a beautiful Wednesday. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. God bless you.